Hi, this is Craig.
And Josh.
And
We're the Thirsty Bastards.
We're the Thirsty Bastards, and we are about to show you how to pack up a box of beer in order to ship it.
Ship it where?
Ship it anywhere, as long as it gets there intact.
How do you make it get there intact?
Well, you might notice here I've placed some sticky bubble wrap on the table. And
which side? Like, seriously, it's one of those things that, like, what side of the bubble wrap do you put down?
As demonstrated by my fingers, you want to make sure that the sticky side is down for the purposes of wrapping a Maplewood bottle of beer.
Oh, what kind of beer are we using?
Maplewood.
Is it the best beer?
It is the best beer that Chicago has to offer.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
What I'm doing here is I'm wrapping up that bottle with the sticky bubble wrap, and you'll notice that the sticky side is
outward.
It'll stick to itself when you're rolling it up this way, but not nearly as sticky as if the sticky side.
Yeah. So why do you put it outward instead of like wrapping it up towards the inside?
Because eventually we're going to want these bottles to stick to each other. Now you'll notice here on my second run, I'm demonstrating that you have a little bit of extra on the top and bottom.
You want a little bit of foreskin on that.
Sure. Foreskin. You're going to use 3 sheets per bomber. You're going to use 2 sheets per can. And you, again, making sure that that sticky side is out. And Josh, I don't know if you know what's coming up here, but my hand
This is why. Oh, what?
My hand is demonstrating that
these are not magnetized. Is what you're saying.
And they're not sticking together. You want to keep them separate until you're eventually going to stick them together.
Oh, it's another charlatan. It's another Maplewood beer.
It's another fine Maplewood beer because I can't show you enough how I like to wrap them individually.
This being the double charlatan, the double IPA from Maplewood.
It's such a good beer, Josh.
It's amazing beer.
And I sped this up because you've seen it before, but now how many beers do I have wrapped up?
I believe you have 3.
All right, so now we're going to make a bundle out of these beers. You've got 8 of them. You're going to stack them on their side. They're going to stick together very strongly because the sticky side is out. And the thing you want to keep in mind is that you're going to make a box-shaped bundle out of these beers. It's almost like I'm creating my own International Space Station.
That's exactly one of those things I expect you to think. It's like some Drunkard's Connect set. Anyway.
I've stuck 3 together.
Yep. And a hell of a job you did.
And my arms are elsewhere.
There's 4th.
My arms are elsewhere as I bring more beers into the picture. And you can see where I put my shoulders into sticking them together.
It's amazing. And erotic.
I'm sure there's a way to make sure that these are sticking together where you don't have this extra flap.
But once again, I think we would want to reiterate that that's the reason that you have the sticky side out, is because you want to make a
sticky bundle.
A bundle. If you roll them inside, that's awesome. But they're not going to stick together like this. Look at that.
And you're going to have
that's some sticking right there.
You're going to have a lot of trouble getting that inside out bubble wraps unwrapped. But yeah, they really do adhere to each other, as I demonstrate with my hands.
Look at that.
Whoop, oh, whoop, what am I drawing here?
Whoop, whoop. What? I believe that is actually your unlock code for your phone.
It's not. It's the rectangle that this beer represents.
Oh.
Spatially.
And also, coincidentally, the unlock code for your phone.
I'm rocking it
together
you? As if to demonstrate
you're rocking it.
That they are sticking together very firmly.
Oh, look at that.
2 thumbs up.
What?
All right, so now we're going to bag this bundle up. The bag will stick to the bundle, but not too bad. Everything is going to be nice and snug. Do not tie this bag up yet, though. We're going to do that later.
Why wouldn't you tie it up now?
Well, because you're going to fill this box with packing peanuts, and those packing peanuts are going to force a lot of unnecessary air out of the bag.
What if you were to swing the bag around in the air?
You'll probably hurt your loved ones or a family pet.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
So I've successfully gotten that bag around that bundle, and you know, there's still some air in there, but it's good enough to drop into the box.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to do next.
What are we doing?
We're outside.
We're outside.
So I've dropped the bundle in a garbage can liner into the bag, and now we're going to fill the sides of it with packing peanuts. Try not to get packing peanuts into the bag itself. That's kind of why I gave it a little twist. We're going to pad the bottom a little bit. We're going to lower the bundle into the box. We're going to pad the sides. Only once you've padded the sides with packing peanuts do you want to tie the bag off, and then we're going to pour more packing peanuts over the top.
Look, you pour those peanuts
so quickly for some reason.
Once again, going back one half of a step, have we decided the best bag to use for packaging this?
We have. I believe in these images I've demonstrated just a simple Glad bag, but there we'll have some recommendations as far as the best bag garbage can liners to use in the actual post. I know you're a big fan of the Force Flex, Josh.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I break a lot of things often, and it has never dumped garbage all over my floor.
I also noticed, and you'll see it later on in the video, that the Force Flex is actually 2 layers of plastic, and it
with a web in the middle.
Hey, let's tape that box up. What do you say? So the next step at this point is to tape up your box. We're going to tape each side. We're going to tape the 16-inch side twice. We're going to tape the side that actually doesn't have any openings. It's a ridiculous amount of tape, Josh.
You need it.
We do need it. You're going to get tired of watching us tape as this video progresses, but
unless that's your fetish.
Unless that is your thing, in which case you might be drooling in your own lap. You're going to notice here that I also tape the edges of the lid where there could possibly be any sort of like leakage and stuff. I like to put a little
leakage.
I like to put a little piece of tape if I'm all by myself and I don't have friends to help me, which I had several.
We were there.
I
was too busy drinking beer at this point.
They just weren't helping at all.
And hoping that Craig would not knock my super special coffee mug off the edge of the table while taping.
Like a tortoise on its back, you're not helping. So I like to put a single piece of tape across the 2 flaps just to keep them in place, and then I put the big piece across the top. I'm sealing up the edges here.
Huh?
There's only so much I can really say about taping up a box, Josh.
I don't know. It's pretty exciting. And erotic. Oh, there's Eleanor.
I should also say
there's Lyndon.
This is a 12-yard spool of tape, and
there's
that's
Eleanor.
Pretty much good for one single box.
And you want to use strapping tape, not packing tape.
Right, the stuff that has filament in it.
The thread in it.
That's a good point. Thanks for bringing that up.
I'm just super stoked that the wife could not keep the dogs indoors.
Oh, man.
The dogs got their cameo here.
Oh, she didn't even try. All right, so one more around the equator here.
So why so much tape?
Because you want a good structural netting across all, I'm going to call them equators of each side of the box.
Okay. The M on the box stands for Maplewood.
So, hey, Josh, guess what? There's a part 2 to this video. But before you get to that, we want to make a special thanks to Maplewood Brewing for their generous beer donation.
They donated what?
Beer.
What kind of beer?
All sorts of beer.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No, they're not a goddamn thing.
You sure?
Yeah, done.